My 8th grade teacher became obsessed with the 10-year-old who died in her arms during a school shooting. 2 months later, she staged a fake active shooter drill and forced my classmate to play dead in the same closet where the girl bled out. Then we found out our school counselor was using us for her dissertation on trauma-based learning. After the school shooting at the nearby elementary school, 3 children were shot dead. One of them was 10-year-old Amelia, who bled out in Miss Lee's arms. And 2 months later, she became my 8th grade history teacher. At first, she seemed normal, just wanted to keep us safe. She locked our door even during class and memorized every parent's face. When the intercom crackled, she'd freeze for a second before continuing. But as winter turned to spring, Miss Lee's protection shifted into something scary. In place of our usual classes, we had special safety games. It's where we had to hide in assigned spots around the room as fast as possible. She timed us and said we needed to hit her old class's record. My spot was the coat closet, which felt too small, but Miss Lee swore it was the safest place. The closet saved someone once, she told me. Her eyes looked far away when she said it. The games were kind of fun until Miss Lee started staring at my friend Isabella during them. Isabella had brown hair and freckles just like the girl in the newspaper photo. Sometimes Miss Lee would call Isabella Amelia, then look confused. I'd constantly hear her whisper, 22 new chances, while counting us. As more time passed, the more she talked about her old class and how she should have been harder on them when they laughed during drills. We tried to tell ourselves it was just part of the process, but I knew none of this was normal when she interrupted class one day to show us her lock screen. It was a photo of her old class. She pointed to each child and told us their names. When she got to Amelia, she started hysterically sobbing. She could barely speak, but even in that state, she made us memorize where Amelia sat and how she hid. Amelia was quiet, I remember her saying, but not quiet enough. From there, I was forced to watch as Miss Lee practically descended into madness. I could tell something terrible was coming, but nothing could have prepared me for that Friday in May. Miss Lee's hands shook so bad she dropped her coffee. She checked her phone constantly and whispered, "Next time I'll be better," to Amelia's photo. She made us practice hiding 6 times before 10 o'clock, and her voice sounded strangled whenever she spoke. "Today you show me you can survive," she said. "Today you prove you're better than my old class." Those were the worst words she had ever said. She unlocked the side door, which was against every school rule. She told us this was our most important drill ever as she positioned Isabella in the corner exactly like in the old photos. We had to be perfect or we'd end up in a grave just like Amelia, she warned us. At 10:15 a.m., the hallway exploded with sound. Gunshots echoed off the walls, making my ears ring. Miss Lee screamed, "Hide now, this is real!" We scattered to our spots as she'd trained us. I dove into the coat closet with others pressed against me. My heart hammered so hard I thought it would explode. Miss Lee barricaded the door with her desk with impossible strength. The room went dark. "Stay quiet," she hissed. "The loud ones die first." A man yelled, "You will pay!" in the hallway, getting closer. Kids sobbed but tried to muffle the sound. I felt something wet on the floor. Miss Lee crawled to Isabella and grabbed her roughly. "You're Amelia now," she said, pulling Isabella toward my closet. "You have to be Amelia for me." Isabella tried to resist, but Miss Lee was too strong. She forced Isabella into a specific position on the floor. She grabbed Isabella's hand and held it exactly like something she remembered. "Say you're scared," Miss Lee demanded. "Say, Miss Lee, I'm scared," just like Amelia did. Isabella sobbed the words, and Miss Lee started crying too. She showed us a horrible photo on her phone. It was a girl covered in blood in a closet. "This is what happens when you're not quiet enough," she